I remember when I started the awakening journey, one of the things that kind of like drawn to me is the law of attraction. I studied numerous books and texts about the law of attraction. If there's a way to hack reality, because one of the things is I still had the identity at the time and was still kind of semi-involved with my business, the awakening entrepreneur. How do I hack the formula or discover the ancient wisdom on how to bend reality so I can like manipulate this, whether it's quantum physics or the law of attraction, to the perfect life that I desired, which is beautiful house, beautiful family, beautiful love life, and all these goodies that come with it, without understanding about when you fully embrace this all, even the darkness, even the negative emotions, even the killings, all of them could be beautiful. There's beauty in all of that. So anyway, at that stage, I broke it down to, after reading numerous texts and books and videos, it got down to 12 key points. And maybe a year later on down the track of practicing that and integrate that into my life, I further like refine that to be 6 points. Because Tony Robbins taught like complexity is the enemy of execution or something to that extent. So I thought of just simpler, what are the 6 really, really important points? But now looking at it, according to like Dr. Joseph Dispenza, is really just 2 points or 1 point if you want to just talk about the whole thing as a cycle, which is you use your mind, your thoughts go out, set your intention through your mind to think, to visualize what you want to create, and your heartfelt emotion, you draw it back in. So it's like a cycle that you use your mind to think it and your heart to draw it. You think it out, you draw it in. And it's not just once you think it. The more consistently you think it out throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the month, you think it out, and the more consistently you can have the heartfelt emotion as if you already attained it. That's the formula for drawing it in. Now, a lot of the things that we've talked about, especially in the last few weeks, is a supplementary, complementary, or you can even say it's mandatory for this law of attraction formula to work. Because a lot of us are stuck in these 3D or karmic dramas that's being played out in our lives, and we're trapped by it. And as much as we want to apply this one simple law of attraction, think it out, draw it in, think it out, draw it in, well, we've got the 3D stuff to contend with, the physicality of it, the material world to deal with. What happens in the material world? Well, we have to go to work. Well, we have to attend to our kids, or we have to go to school. That's all these things that we have to contend with. And what happens when we go to work? We get driving and someone cuts into our lane. That triggers us. We go to work, someone talks to us in a certain tonality that we don't like. Certain assignments, project is overdue, and then we get stressed. As much as we want to create the ideal life, all these things interfere with our thinking, drawing our attention away, drawing our heartfelt emotion. We want to be in the emotion that is almost like in a meditative state that, wow, what a great life we have. Fresh coconuts, wow, sea wave and ocean sound in our ears, and we can feel the ocean breeze in our face, and we can feel the sun in the light. But yet, when we are in the meeting, we cannot afford to just close our eyes and feel the taste of the coconuts and the sea breeze hitting our skin. So those are the challenges that we have. What is there to help us is the things that we've worked on, which is the concept of surrendering. When someone is cutting into our lane and causing us potentially to be late, if we're going to be late, we're going to be late. And we just let it be. We use our breath, our consciousness breath that we've talked about a few times, to return back to our presence. When we understand the spiritual dimension, the grander perspective of the certain things our egoic mind may not understand of why are we late, when we look back at certain recollection of especially people that seemingly guided by the spirits, someone have a certain milk spilled onto the shirts like the day before they go to work in September 11th. Well, because of spilling the milk, suddenly that they're late for work. Somebody got an important call prior to going to work that made them late. Somebody's car suddenly that morning broke down. All of this seemingly like accidental stuff. They didn't go to the World Trade Center for work, and suddenly their life was spared. Who's to say that that wasn't actually an accident? That wasn't guidance. So for us to be late to work, just like my wife fell off her bike, who's to say that was actually an accident and is not divine intervention? So when we can see that maybe it's an accident, maybe it's not, but I don't know, I'm not clever enough to know these things, let's just let it be. The reality is that it has happened. And again, I draw to the work that we worked on 2-3 weeks ago, Byron Katie. If you argue with reality, you're going to be wrong 100% of the time. So the reality is someone cut in the lane. If you say it shouldn't have happened, you are arguing with reality. You're going to be off the beautiful state of the heartfelt emotion. Do you want to be in this heartfelt emotion that it shouldn't be happening, that you're always fighting with reality? Or do you want to be in a beautiful state of allowance, of trusting, of, this world I create, things are unpredictable. I didn't want to create this predictable world that all the trees, all the plants go in the exact same shape. All the faces of the 7 billion people on the world, they look exactly the same. Some people say the alien that most people know, the skinny, big head, gray shape looking, big eyes, black eyes, like they call it the Greys. Many people call them the android. They call them robots. Why do they look the same? Because they are meant to be robots. I'm sidetracking, but that's the point. What if all of us looked exactly the same? The exact same heights? Is this the world that you want to live in? Do you want all the houses, all the cars, all the meals, all the tastes to be exactly the same? No, we don't. If you were to create a world, I'm looking at house number right now. If all the house number, would they be the same? Would you even have all the people speaking the just one sound? Wah, wah, wah. Everyone talking to each other. Wah, 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 wah. Is this the language you want us to communicate in? Maybe we wouldn't even have eyes. All the face is just white. You know it inside. That's not the world that you want to create. That's not the world we wanted to create. So this is our world. You wanted to create a car that will cut in. You wanted to create a world that occasionally you have accident, milk spilled onto you. Occasionally, your assignment is not going to be on time. But the interesting thing is you have free will on how you react to that situation. You can continue to embody the beautiful state, that heartfelt emotion of what you want to draw in, the life that you want to create. But more importantly, who is the person you want to become? Seemingly, I have something tickling on my throat when that moment's maybe 20 seconds ago, and it still got it there. And I just surrendered to it. Who's to say that it wasn't divine? The universe says, Gary, take a pause. Let that message sink in for yourself and everyone else. And when I surrender, the tickle in the throat without sip of water, whatever, just gone. And it changes my physicality. That even now, the way I speak, it's pulled a handbrake on me. It says, Gary, slow down. The climax gone now. It's almost like the dramatic scene just came, and now it's slowing back down. And all this, I didn't have this expansive awareness. I would think that, Gary, you're able to tell beautiful story, and you can control the pace of how you speak. No, all of this is just happening to me. It's happening to us. There may be a section of this story that I'm narrating. Part of it you're focusing on, part of it you tune out. And even that, I'm not going to take offense because it was perfect. The part that you tune out, maybe that was the part that you're not meant to listen to. And you just meant to retain the stuff that you actually paid attention to. What if every moment of your life right now, if you close your eyes and let it breathe, Ask your spirit's guides to show you when have they guided you in your life. Let the signal come through. Take another breath. Breathe into your head. Let the message come through. You may hear a high-pitched sound in your ears. You may not. Ask it to show you what are the incidents, what were the moments that your team of spirits and your higher self guided you. You can even ask it out loud. Please show me the time you've come and helped and guided me in my past. Thank you.